Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Your Big Music Moment. I'm your host, Chris Sharma, and we come at you live every Thursday, 6 p.m. right here. Got a real great show today. Patrick Jaouen and co, all the way from the northern part of New York State. Really excited to hear this big music veteran and where he's going on his musical journey. Before that, shout out to Musicians on Call, our charitable partner who brings the healing power of music to those in need. Now here's Patrick. Hey man, how you doing?
What's going on? Sorry, I'm just sharing something about the Facebook live feed isn't working. I was just sharing the YouTube
Uh-huh.
link, so
Great.
it's
Great,
all
great,
good.
great.
I'm doing good. How are you doing, man?
Excellent, excellent. It's good to have you back. I guess that the whole Chinese curse of "May you live in interesting times" thing seems to be following us around as we do these streams together.
It's true. What's life without a little suffering to spice it up? You know what I mean? A little
I think there
pizzazz, like they
there's
call it.
a song in there somewhere. Should we? You want? Speaking of songs, should we hear some music and then let's introduce everybody and have a
Yeah,
chat?
yeah. So we'll play "Our Way," which is our upcoming single that's going to be released in a few weeks. Ready, boys? And I said, baby, won't you stay and spend some time with me tonight? I'm feeling lonely. And you here with me, it makes me feel alright. And we can stare up at the moon and drink the hours away. Together all night, the world, it'll just keep spinning. And I don't know where we'll end up, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, I said. Well, maybe when the streets have cleared and everyone is in their beds, we can stop a while and share our thoughts and take the time just to clear our heads, if you know what I mean. Then in the hour where the moon it meets the earth and the sun comes up again, we can finally become free and put all our worries in their beds. It'll be okay, but it's okay, and it's okay, okay, I said. 10:15 p.m. on a Monday night, pieces of linen and a perfume bottle are placed neatly on the table beside her bed. She pulls the cord on the lamp and the light casts a glow that just barely breaks the darkness in the room. She folds down a corner of the sheets on the bed and creases it gently. She removes her shoes and the hairpins that are holding it up. She unzips the back of her skirt and lifts the sheets and slags her legs under them and lets out a deep sigh. She switches the light off and the darkness consumes her room except for a glimmer of moonlight that graces her face. She closes her eyes and thinks of him, the way he spoke, the scent of his cologne, his eyes when he looked at her. The sheets are cool, but the room is... Well, so far, the times have changed, but they stay the same, in their own way. We can pull apart the sky and tear down all the stars just to light our way. And in the end, it's not our choice, but just our fate. And for today, let's do it our way. My mind changes directions in the middle of it all, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, I said.
awesome. It's great. I love
Love the
you don't
snapping. At the
the
end.
snapping, right? That's the beatnik's sign of approval.
Yeah.
Without so it doesn't overload any microphones or seem any more obnoxious than usual. Um, so this I love spoken word in the middle of that. It's
Yeah, a little poetry. A little
yeah,
poetry.
yeah, painting an image that we get to then kind of understand in the outro of the song. Puts it in a little bit of a different perspective. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
So I got the reason for that. I actually wrote that separate than the rest of the song. So that poem was written. Um, I was thinking about a girl going out on a date with a guy, and she's really into him, and then she goes home at the end of the night after a fantastic date, and what she thinks and what's going through her head as she climbs into bed and all that kind of thing. So I wrote it as if I was that girl myself,
Right.
climbing into bed and taking the hairpins out of my hair and unzipping the back of my skirt as I slide my legs into the bed. So a little bit, it's suggesting, self-love. Some
Yeah.
people say that's what it's about, but I think it's my only love song, my only real love song. Right? You'd say that, right?
It it's amazing because it's that it's that moment of an early connection with another human being that's something that's so special, and what a great angle for an ode to love than that, before complication sets in.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that like I have trouble with love from time to time. There's this push and pull of it that seems to happen as you're in relationships. Everyone kind of likes the beginning of it when it's super like butterflies and all that, which is kind of what this song is. It's about that, and the main verses of the song put it into a place where it's a matter of fact, right? Like, let's just spend tonight together. Let's have tonight,
Right.
and whatever happens after tonight, that's to the wind. My mind changes directions in the middle of it all. So does she. So does he. Whatever it is. So
Right.
I think that first falling in love moment is probably the most beautiful out of it, and that's what keeps relationships together. Is the memory of that. Love and long lasting love. I think is the memory of those times, and obviously you build over time. But
Right.
um, my one ode to love that I'll ever do. Never again, Gary.
Right. It's being in the moment, but as far as a relationship goes, which is
Yeah, yeah,
I think that's a little bit of a new take on it.
yeah.
And that's a new song, right?
It is a newer song. We've been working
Okay.
on it for a while, and as everyone can see, the drummer is not here today, but we normally have a drummer and another keyboard player who's running a little late, so he went home. But it's a new song that we've got coming out, and it's going to be a single, and we're working on a music video for it. That's going to be super cool. Me and Jeff have been brainstorming about what this is going to look like, but it's going to be a fun video, and we've got some surprise special guests or guest on it. So.
Wow.
The former keyboard player for what did he play for? He played for Alice Cooper, I think, Dream
Wow.
Theater, Billy Idol, Derek Sherinian did a piano track. Garrigan showed him up a little bit on the track, but it's to be expected with Garrigan.
Yeah.
He's a legend. This guy's a legend over here.
So
But
speaking of the two legends that are gracing the stage with you tonight, who do
yeah.
we have?
So this is Jeffrey Carr. I'm in reverse. So Jeffrey Carr over here on bass. Actually,
Jeff.
little known fact, Jeff is originally a guitar player. And when I was forming the band initially, I was like, we really need a bass player. I don't know if we need another guitar player. So Jeff started buying basses, much to his wife's chagrin. Chagrin, is that a word?
Right. Speaking of the impermanence of
Yes.
relationships.
Started buying basses like crazy, and really nice ones too, like that one. What's that, a Gretsch? Jeff? It's nice. And then this is Garrigan over here on the keys, and he's playing my keyboard. He's got a nice little baby grand at home that he likes to play on, and and take photo shoots in front of. But amazing keyboard. Both these guys, I mean, if you don't know about them now, legends. That's all I'm saying.
Nice.
So yeah, so we're gonna release that in the next few weeks. I think it's a fun song, and the way that it ended up coming out, because he's in prog rock, Derek Sharanian, and we're more rock based, so it's a love song, but it's got this funk feel that he throws in a B3 organ in there, and
Wow.
it really gives this like funky, like street party feel to the song. That's really cool. So, and I keep looking over there because the TV that your face is on
Right.
is over.
Right.
So
Well,
I keep looking over.
I think everyone will work with us on that. But so in terms of, so you've done that. Are you going to go? And I think you mentioned, did you just come back from tour?
So we're semi in the middle of touring. So
Ah,
we did this weird thing where, everyone's working day jobs. A lot of the band, nowadays you got to multitask, right?
yeah.
You got to make it everywhere you can. So we built the tour over the course of a year. So we've got our new EP called Don't Press Play. We've got cassettes of it. We've got digital cassettes of it. We've got CDs. It's out on all the major streaming platforms, and it's a great album. We've even got a bootleg on the B side of it from a show that we played here in Rochester. That's super cool. And so we've been touring, but in a weird way, we haven't done like a straight, all right, here's 3 weeks of us going from town to town. We've decided to do, okay, over the course of the year, we're going to hit cities across the
Right.
United States, mostly Nashville in the last couple of maybe 2 months. We've gone back and forth to Nashville. Next month, or was it the following month in May, we're going to be down in Brooklyn doing this direct to vinyl thing. So basically, people pre-order a song like Our Way is one of the song choices, and we go down there and we play it live, and they record it direct to a vinyl record, and people get that individual performance, and that's the only recording of that performance that exists, and they get a record. So we're going to be down there doing that.
Cool is
We're going to
that?
be playing New Hampshire. Buffalo I'm going to be in next week. We're going back to Nashville in July. I think we're going to be out in your neck of the woods. I don't know are you in LA?
Oh yeah.
All right, so we're going to be out in LA probably at some point during the fall, likely.
Well, that'll be great. Can't wait to see you guys.
So we're kind of spread out, a spread out
Right.
tour, like an old man. I need a little break in between shows.
Well,
kind
if
of.
you're hitting
But
all the stops, so you're hitting all the stops.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I know my camera went out for a second. We're using a DSLR, so
Oh, great. Well, it looks
every
good. So,
every
um,
45 minutes it does that.
right. Well, it added to the excitement. Well, and speaking of which, let's play some more. I know you were going to mention play a couple more songs, and then we'll bid adieu. But is there anything else you wanted to kind of
So
touch
yeah,
upon?
yeah. So in the event for this, at least on our Facebook page, we put a post to donate to the Red Cross for the Ukraine and everything that's going on around there. We normally don't get political. There's civilians out there in the Ukraine that are suffering, and regardless of the politics of the war and all that stuff, whatever's involved with that, there's children, there's older people, there's people that are just trying to live their lives and do their thing that are being affected by this in big ways. So, I feel like the Red Cross is probably one of the bigger organizations that can deliver some relief to there. So if instead of tipping us or doing anything like that, if you go there and donate to the Red Cross, at least we feel better about something. We're doing something here, whatever little it is, but not solving the world's problems by any means. But that's that. And then stay tuned for our Way single release coming out soon, music video, all that kind of thing.
Great. We're looking forward to it. We'll say goodbye after these two.
Uh-huh.
But thank you.
So this song is an oldie but a goodie. It's called Naturally. 1 second here, I just gotta unmute Mr. Jeff's bass. Are you ready? I don't think we've actually played the song. Have we played it live for anyone at a show? Oh, in Nashville? Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh. All right, this song is called Naturally. But it's an old song, but we're reviving it. So deal with it. It's what comes naturally. It's a wave of a constant. It's the soft, warm understanding. What will be, will be. So I will do what it's that funny feeling. It's the song you keep hearing. It's the flames you keep fanning. Oh, that what you see, you see. So I will be what I be. It's what comes natural. And it's like a cool summer breeze. When a drop becomes an ocean, yeah. A seed idea in your ear. Then you see what I see. And it just comes naturally. Oh, my in sound sneaking to my surroundings. Lord knows. One, two, three, and it's what comes naturally. And it's a wave of a constant. And it's the soft, warm understanding that what will be, will be. So I will do what I do. And it just comes naturally. All right. What was the last song we're doing? Whiskey, right? We're doing a little whiskey. So this song is written about all the nights we've spent in dirty bars. Where else? Pizza shops, this basement, Garrigan's apartment, back alleys, dirty streets. All for the love of music, and it's called Late Nights, Love Songs, and Whiskey. Rode home in a two-seater, smoking a cigarette. Well, The radio was blasting my song with a name I forget, but the sun was going down as the road flew behind me, and the sun shined off the hood. But Lord, that light was blinding. But we got late nights, love songs, and whiskey. Sing a few songs and we drink away those days. Yeah. She never loved me, no, but she'd say it anyway, yeah. And the memories, they're fading with the image of her gaze. But we have late nights, love songs, and whiskey. On a telephone, don't pay attention cause she sings. And there's an old man sitting at the bar, taps his foot as he drinks. And she thinks, I'm gonna be a big star, belong in Hollywood, she thinks. But we have late nights, love songs, and whiskey. Show them what you're working with, Gary. Every night the microphone smells like whiskey and the band is all on stage. And there's a sign just outside of the bar above the window reads Jesus Saves. And we play a few songs, we don't give a fuck if we get paid, no. Cause the wine and the women is the reason that we play. And we got late nights, love songs, and whiskey. Love songs and whiskey. No. Late nights, love songs and whiskey.
Perfect way to end, guys. Thanks so much. Thanks for treating us to some amazing music. See you soon.
Thank you.
Looking forward to your next release. Check it out, everybody. Patrick Jaouen Band. What a treat. How cool is it to see these artists that we connected with on this live stream kind of early on in the pandemic and see what they've been able to accomplish, where they're going, and what they've created and during that transition. We're so excited to see artists like these guys out there being able to play and being able to keep creating, and now finally being able to see and perform in front of audiences and see how their art affects them. So that's great. We'll be here next Thursday. Please join us. Big Music stands for social justice and those who fight for freedom everywhere. And we'd like to acknowledge that, especially right now, there's everyday folks out there that are suffering and that are calling upon levels of courage that most of us can't even understand. And we at Big Music would just like to acknowledge that every act of righteous defiance and love of freedom lifts us all. So Godspeed, everybody. See you next week. Thank you.